Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, the Blue Angels are back on the airshow circuit. Another community implements their own UAV laws. New Jersey proposing increasing aviation fuel taxes. Hello, I'm Christopher C. Odom. It's June 27th, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. We are happy to announce that the U.S. Navy Blue Angels will return to their 2016 demonstration schedule, July 2nd through the 4th in Traverse City, Michigan. The Blue Angels temporarily stood down, canceling 3 weekend shows following a crash on June 2nd during a practice in Smyrna, Tennessee, in which Marine Captain Jeff Kuss lost his life. The team will fly a modified 5-jet demonstration in Traverse City, along with Fat Albert, the Blue Angels C-130 transport plane. Commander Ryan Bernacchi, commanding officer and flight leader of the Blues, said in part, "The team is proud to resume the Blue Angels mission, representing the pride and professionalism of the Navy and the Marine Corps, and inspiring a culture of excellence. Our fans and the entire airshow industry have been extremely patient as we have navigated through this very difficult loss of our teammate, and for that, we will always be grateful." The town of Hempstead, New York, on Long Island has voted to prohibit the operation of unmanned aircraft over the town-owned property, including public beaches, parks, and golf courses. Town officials said that the ban was necessary to protect the privacy of people using those areas. UAV owners, civil liberties attorneys, and some residents argued against the ban, saying it infringes on their right to fly the aircraft in public spaces. They also argued that the FAA controls airspace and the town does not have the right to put such a ban in place. Anyone flying a UAV over the town properties are subject to a $500 fine or up to 15 days in jail for the first offense. Writing on the Facebook page UAV Legal News and Discussion, Anthony Azzalone points out that a presumption clause violates the basic constitutional concept of innocence until guilt is proven. It implies that just having a UAV near a town beach can get you fined or thrown in jail. After the break, National Air Transport Association says New Jersey proposed fuel tax might be short-sighted.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird X-Wind SE and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulation.com.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, our website, or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. Jet fuel taxes may be on the way as lawmakers in New Jersey consider how to build up a $20 billion 10-year infrastructure fund. The proposed collected funds would be general infrastructure purposes, but the FAA requires that all fuel taxes be used only for airport infrastructure improvements or operating costs. State Senate President Stephen Sweeney said he does not see that as a particularly large hurdle. The proposed taxes would be as much as 13 cents per gallon. The state estimates the increase could raise at least $140 million per year. In a letter to the leadership of the New Jersey State Senate and General Assembly, National Air Transport Association President C.L. Thomas Hendricks said, "The proposal will likely not have the intended effect of raising revenue, but rather reduce investment in good-paying jobs in New Jersey." Hendricks added that the legislation fails to recognize the unique nature of aviation, which allows stakeholders to simply fly to the state that affords the best value. Each week we share with you an online video that one of our viewers found especially entertaining. We call it our Aero Video of the Week.
Final liftoff of Atlanta.
The brakes, made by Goodrich, do exactly as they're supposed to. In fact, the 747-8 stops earlier than the team had hoped.
Here's a video where you may ask the question, how did they do that? Watch a 975,000-pound Boeing 7478 make a rejected takeoff using brakes only during certification testing. Now, that's a lot of whoa power. After the messages, FAA UAS pilot certification courses online.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
The aviation industry is full of news, and we're summarizing some of those other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. An FAA online training course is now available for FAR Part 61 pilot certification holders who are current and wish to obtain an FAA Part 107 remote pilot certificate with a small UAS rating. The requirement to hold this rating only applies to non-hobbyist operators. Allegiant Air Pilots, represented by Teamster's Local 1224, has reached a tentative agreement on their first union contract with the airline last week. Teamsters and company negotiators are meeting this week to finalize the contract language. The contract affects 700 pilots. Bombardier announces the signing of a definitive agreement with the government of Quebec for a $1 billion investment in the C-Series aircraft limited partnership. They report the investment will accelerate the momentum and strengthen customer confidence in the aircraft. The UAV market heats up as Yuneec has announced the Typhoon H with Intel RealSense technology is now available for pre-order at the suggested retail price of $1,899. They say the first shipments to customers will begin within 4 weeks. Management changes have taken place as Embraer named John Slattery the president and CEO for its commercial aviation business unit. Slattery assumes the position in July and is moving from the position of the business unit's chief commercial officer. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now, let's get back to the rest of the news. ANN has learned that Tom Wathen, the founder of the Tom Wathen Center located at Flabob Airport in Riverside, California, has gone west. The Wathen Center is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to education through aviation. Founder Tom Wathen believed that aviation is a powerful stimulus to learning, especially in the subjects of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These programs have been offered to students ranging from ages from preschool through post-secondary, emphasizing secondary school students. Jim Campbell, ANN CEO, Editor-in-Chief, added, Tom Wathen was a gentleman's gentleman, an uncommonly principled and focused man who gave much to the aviation world, and a great man to have as your friend. He will be sorely missed. Well, that's our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us and a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news. From the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive and news information resource, I believe I can fly.